Let me tell you something you already know but haven't admitted out loud that will make or break your career. You don't freeze under pressure because you're weak. You freeze because your brain is trying to protect you in the worst possible way. And if you don't learn to override that instinct, pressure will own you, your decisions will slow, your clarity will collapse, and your opportunities will pass you by, not because you're not capable, but because you were never trained for the moment everything speeds up. Today, we're changing that. But first, hit subscribe, tap like, and share this with someone who leads under pressure. You have no idea how much that helps this message reach the leaders who need it most. If you're a leader trying to stay clear, confident, and courageous in a world that keeps throwing pressure at you, welcome. This is PAVNESS, Courage Under Pressure. I'm Pav Lertjitbanjong, Fortune 500 strategic advisor and courage decision scientist. For 23 years inside top billion-dollar brands, I watched leaders crumble, hesitate, or rise when pressure hit, and I became obsessed with understanding why. What I discovered is simple. The moment you train your courageous decision making, pressure stops owning you. In today's episode, I'm giving you the tools, frameworks, and mindset shifts you need to think clearly, act decisively, and stay unbreakable when everything is on the line. Let's dive in. First, let me take you into a cockpit. A commercial flight, 36,000 feet, clear skies, routine day. Then, a sudden stall warning blares. The plane drops 500 feet, passengers scream. The first officer panics. His breathing spikes, his hands freeze. He stares at the controls like they're written in another language. But the captain, he doesn't even blink. His voice drops into absolute stillness. "I have control," he said. In 3 steps, he stabilizes the aircraft, pulls it out of the stall, and brings everyone home safely. Later, the first officer said, "I didn't freeze because I didn't know what to do. I froze because my brain shut down my access to what I already knew." Sound familiar? Leaders do this every day. In boardrooms, in negotiations, during layoffs, during conflict, during big decisions, during moments where clarity is survival. Your brain isn't malfunctioning. It's protecting you in outdated ways. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about human breakdown and why leaders freeze. When pressure hits, your nervous system does something predictable. It goes into Neurofreeze, a biological shutdown mode. Here's the psychology behind it. 1. The fear loop. Your amygdala detects threat. It doesn't care if the threat is a tiger or a tough conversation. Same reaction. 2. Cognitive downshift. Your brain reduces access to the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for logic, clarity, decisions, and language. This is why leaders suddenly can't speak, think, or decide. 3. Perception tunnel. You stop seeing the full picture. Your awareness narrows, your options shrink. You literally can't think. 4. Hesitation tax. Every second you delay under pressure costs you authority, clarity, trust, momentum, opportunities. Freezing is not a personality flaw. It's a physiological pattern. But here's the twist. The problem isn't fear. Fear is natural. Fear is data. The real enemy is confusion. Pressure doesn't break you. Untrained decision patterns do. It's not your anxiety. It's not your past. It's not your upbringing. It's the fact that when pressure hits, you default to whatever pattern you've practiced. And most leaders have never practiced. Clarity under fire, making fast decisions, emotional regulation, nervous system control, pressure state transitions. Here's the truth. If you don't have a system for pressure, pressure becomes your system. So today, I'm giving you one. I call it the pressure pattern protocol, or 4 Ps. When pressure hits, you go through a predictable chain: pressure, perception, pattern. And the last P is what will make or break you, because it's either you pause or you proceed forward with confidence. I'm going to give you the framework that will help you break the freeze, regain clarity, and lead yourself back into alignment, even in the middle of pressure. You use it in meetings, during conflict, when your brain goes foggy, when stakes rise suddenly, when you feel overwhelmed, when you're about to make a fast decision, when you feel yourself spiraling or shrinking. Here's how it works. P1. Pause the pattern. Pressure creates confusion faster than fear. Your brain starts running an old survival script. The first step is to interrupt the script, not with a deep breath, not with positive thinking, with awareness. Say internally, I'm in a pressure moment, not a danger moment. This simple sentence snaps your nervous system out of threat mode and back into presence. It buys you 2 to 3 seconds of clarity, which is everything. P2. Perceive wider. Under pressure, your mind collapses into tunnel vision, your awareness narrows, options seem to disappear. This is where people freeze. So you open the field, ask, what am I not seeing yet? This one question expands your mental horizon. It shifts you from fear to awareness, from reaction to observation, from constriction to clarity. Pilots do this. Crisis negotiators do this. Elite decision makers do this. Now you do it. P3, pinpoint the pattern. Now you name what's happening inside you. Ask, what pattern am I defaulting to right now? Freeze, hesitate, overtalk, delay, retreat, control, go numb. Naming it breaks its power. Patterns lose control the moment you see them clearly. Awareness ends the autopilot. P4 and proceed 1 inch forward. This is the most important step. Not a leap, not a bold move, not a hero moment. Just 1 inch of courageous movement. Say one sentence. Ask one clarifying question. Share one truth. Make one decision. Take one small step toward alignment. 1 inch breaks the freeze. 1 inch shifts the energy. 1 inch reminds your nervous system. I'm not powerless. I'm choosing. Courage is not a dramatic act. It's a directional act. You don't need a breakthrough. You need forward motion. And this is how elite minds operate, and you can too. So when you have moments where you froze in a meeting during conflict, when someone challenged you, when you were asked a question you didn't expect, when the stakes rose suddenly during high stakes decisions, when everyone was watching, you can apply the framework instantly. In a meeting, say to yourself, this is pressure, not danger. Then ask, what am I not seeing? Your clarity will return. When you start spiraling, identify the pattern. Oh, this is me defaulting to freeze. You just broke the chain. When you can't speak, ask, who is the leader I want to be in this moment? Identity shift state. When fear gets loud, move 1 inch. Say one sentence, ask one clarifying question. Pressure only owns the leaders who stay still. In spiritual alignment terms, your intuition is always speaking. Fear is just louder. Presence returns you to truth. Now let me ask you, what's one moment this week where you froze and wish you hadn't? Drop it in the comments. I read every one. Now here's your pressure break playbook for the next 7 days. 1. Name your freeze pattern. Awareness breaks the cycle. 2. Use the pressure not danger reset. Recalibrate your nervous system instantly. 3. Ask, what am I not seeing? Clarity expands when awareness expands. 4. Choose identity, not fear. Become the leader your future self would trust. 5. Move 1 inch forward. Action breaks fear. Stillness feeds it. You do these, freeze loses its power over you. If you want to understand your own freeze pattern, where it comes from, how it shows up, and how to dismantle it, ask me a question, hit subscribe, and follow for me. And I will show you exactly where pressure breaks your clarity and how to fix it. Because leaders don't wait, they decide.